Hey, good evening there, everybody. I want to welcome you here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock, sorry, and other forms of rock music. So we're here. It's Thursday night. It's time for ranking the songs off of an album. Last week we did album sides, so this week it's ranking the songs off an album. I chose an album that already was on last night's list. Oh, sorry, not last night's, Tuesday night's list. Was included in my 10 favorite albums from decades. So I wanted to give it some more attention, which I love this album, so it's easy for me to do. And we're talking about Bachman Turner Overdrive's Not Fragile. We're going to rank the 10 song, or actually there's 9 on this, 9 tracks on this album according to how I like them, going from my least favorite to my most favorite. Talk a little bit about each of them as well. This is absolutely a killer album. A lot of variety here too, a little more than people would maybe give it credit for. Yes, it's a hard rockin' album for sure, but it has some bluesy parts to it, some softer songs. Lyrics are catchy. You got a couple of guys singing, so you don't get the same vocals on every song. Absolutely one of the best rock albums that has ever come out of Canada, in my opinion. And I really love their use of those grinding things that they always used to use for BTO. This is one of the few albums that doesn't actually come across as progressive here. So this is not a progressive rock album at all. So anyways, without further ado, here we go. Not Fragile, ranking the 9 songs on this album. I don't know why I keep wanting to say 10. There's only 9. So number 9 is the weakest song, I think, fairly far down. For me, it's the weakest by a fair bit, and that's Freewheelin'. I don't dislike it. It's a good song, but just doesn't measure up to the rest of the album. The next song down at number 8 is a song that most people like as one of their favorite BTO songs. I still like it a lot, but it just shows you the strength of this album that is going to come in at number 8, and we call it Roll On Down the Highway. Actually, killer track as well. Next is Second Hand, number 7. Love this track. I think the guitar on here is just like really catchy. I love the vocals. I love that speed riffing that they do. Just fantastic tune. Next up at number 6 is Giving It All Away. Yeah, every day. Yeah, an absolutely killer track. Just like Secondhand, just really rockin' kind of party atmosphere type song. I like it a lot. Then we get into the more serious tracks. So the next song in the 5th place is kind of the separator between the less rocky stuff and the more rocky stuff. So Blue Monin' is the one. I love the guitar on this too, really heavy. I think the vocals are fantastic. Yeah, so it's going to be number 5. Number 4 is that heavy, beefy guitar opening with that gravelly C.F. Turner vocal part. Just a real killer, real catchy tune. At one point, this was probably higher on the list, but it's faded a little bit over the years, but only because the album is still fantastic. We're talking about Sledgehammer. I think this is the track that, I think it's actually, does it open the second side? I can't remember anymore. I haven't had the album for so long. I've had just the CD. Next up, one of the first 3 BTO songs that I had. I got 3 of them, and they were my favorite band before the pre-Kiss band, I call them. So, You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet, coming here at number 3. It was in my top 3 favorite and my first 3 songs by BTO, which included the other 2 were Quick Change Artist and Hey You, which are also actually killer tracks. But this is the only one on this album, so it's coming in number 3. Number 2 is the title track, Not Fragile. Well, it's definitely not that. Everybody knows the story that Yes put out Fragile, and BTO said, hey, that's a dumb name for an album, but so we're going to go with Not Fragile, and it wasn't. So this is a heavy, beefy song, fantastic, hard rock song, one of the best, I think, one of BTO's best for sure. And then my favorite song on this album, probably my favorite song by BTO, and that's Rock Is My Life and This Is My Song. So this is a really kind of a catchy storytelling song. I love the lyrics. I love the hard rock, but I love the slow down. I think Randy Bachman, this is maybe my favorite song by him, period. Just absolutely killer. Yeah, so there you have it. Those are my rankings of the songs on the album Not Fragile by BTO. So we'll just reiterate them one more time. So we got Rock Is My Life. This is my song number 1. Not Fragile, number 2. You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet, number 3. Sledgehammer, number 4. Blue Morning, number 5. Or Blue Monin', sorry. Giving It All Away, number 6. Secondhand, number 7. Roll On Down the Highway, number 8. And ending up at the bottom is Freewheelin' as number 9. Classic rock album. If you haven't heard these guys before, you need to. If you're a hard rock fan, they are one of the best, and this is one of the best hard rock albums. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of ranking the songs off an album. And next week, of course, we'll be back with album sides. So if you did like it, please hit the like and subscribe. That's much appreciated. And you can rank these according to how you like them, or make any comments about anything I've said or anything that is on the album that you think maybe should be mentioned. There's always these quirky things that people like to know, right? And please don't forget to hit the notification bell, and we will see you next week. Take care and have a good one. Goodbye.